All right, so what we got going on right here, this is a K-9 unit, and we are going to be the most badass K-9 unit squad car that there is. We're adding bulletproof, we're going to add breakaway doors, we're going to add pants to this thing in case it ever gets hit. This whole build is designed around one thing, keeping this dog 100% safe. Changing up the design of this case that it already has in it a little bit, there's a couple issues that this thing has. One door in it. There has been problems with this design when the car gets hit, accident happened, they can't get to the dog. It only has one door in this thing, so we're gonna add 3 doors. Then what we're gonna do, in case this thing ever flips, we're gonna reinforce this entire back end, okay? Then we're gonna add a pads to the top of it too, so if it ever does get in a bad roll, the dog ain't getting crushed up against steel. There's gonna be a nice thick pad over there. And then what we're gonna do, this is my favorite part, we're gonna add bulletproof to this entire thing, and that's the coolest thing that we got going on in this thing. I always wanted to work with bulletproof steel, and that's what we're adding to this guy. So this is gonna be a kick-ass build, the coolest one ever for K-9 unit Luna, and it's gonna be super safe in case there's ever some crazy shit happening. All right, so here's a cool little trick. Whenever you're working with metal, you gotta cut metal, and you're gonna be doing a lot of it, okay? Usually I trace everything out with soapstone. I gotta do an awful lot of work to this piece of metal, and I gotta follow a ton of holes, and I gotta be sure all this stuff stays perfect, right on the money. Problem with soapstone, you start working with it and everything, it smears off, you lose your marks, okay? So what I like doing, you get yourself a little bit of paint just like this, and you just do a light mist on everything. And all this does when you're working like this, it just helps you keep an outline that's never gonna disappear. So when you're working with it, you're not second guessing yourself, hey, did I cut this there? Did I do this? Was this the mark? Was it not the mark? So this gives you just a perfect template that's not gonna go away. And I know that some people are gonna say, hey, why don't you use a Sharpie? Okay, anybody that worked with metal and Sharpie markers and everything like that, they smear, they quit marking, they suck. Okay, this is why I do it like this. So, for any more tips, for any more tricks, check out the YouTube channel, Arm & Metal. All right, so this is what we got going on first. We're gonna be working on the bulletproofing side of this. What came with this thing was some aluminum panels that goes on the inside of the door. And we're gonna be replacing them with steel, and then we're gonna put in AR steel right over here on this half of the section. The reason why we're not making the entire thing all AR steel, it's gonna weigh a ton. So this top half right over here where the dog's at, that's what we're gonna put with the actual bulletproof steel. And not only that though, this is aluminum, you know, this ain't gonna stop nothing. This is a piece of 12 gauge steel, so it's pretty thick. It's gonna stop most bullets already, but once we put the other piece on top of it, it's gonna be perfect. So stay tuned for this. Okay, so this is what we got going on. We got a ton of metal that we got to add to this K-9 unit. We're bulletproofing it. We're going all out on this thing. And there's a real tough spot in here of stuff that I got to make the plate match the steel. And it's pretty tough. It's all triangles. I'm going to show you the best way to get your measurements. So over here, all you need is some blue tape. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this blue tape right on this. And I'm gonna go down right here, and all I gotta do is just get my Sharpie. I trace this out. I trace out another line right there. And what I'm doing with this is giving me a perfect stencil when I go to transfer it onto my metal. It's a perfect stencil and my measurement and my angles of everything that I gotta do. So instead of taking all these weird measurements and everything like that, I got this right here, chop this up, clean it up, weld it onto my next piece, and we're ready to go. So if you guys like this video, check out the YouTube channel, Arm & Metalwork. And if you're looking for other stuff that we're doing in the shop, check it out. All right, so we got all the panels just about finished up on this thing for the bulletproofing. And then what we're doing next to this squad car, and this is kind of something that really pisses me off that the designers did. This is something I really don't like. I got 3 dogs, and with this whole cage, this cage is all steel, you know? So this car got in a bad wreck, got hit. There's no pads. The dog's going right into metal, and I'm a dog guy, okay? I got 3 dogs. I'm the type of dude that rather hang out with his dogs than hang out with people. I'm a big time dog guy, so this really pisses me off. So what we're doing, we got 4-inch foam pad that we're gonna put on the ceiling. We got smaller pads that we're gonna put along the walls. So in case this thing ever gets hit, if the dog ever gets bounced around a little bit. It has some cushion. So I don't know what the designers were thinking about originally when they did this, but this like really like kind of like ticked me off with not having any pads in this car for this dog. You know, you just got it in a big metal box, you know, to get shaken around and, you know, break its neck or something. So we got this heavy duty pad that we're gonna wrap that we're gonna get wrapped up with vinyl and everything like that so you can wash it off real easy. And we're gonna pad this all this thing out on top of all the bulletproof that we're doing for this thing. So if you're looking for any metalwork, give me a call, 708-829-6734. Okay, so we're wrapping up this build and we did a ton of cool upgrades to this thing. Over here, we have vent extensions that are actually going into the cage now. So on hot days or cold days, the air is actually going directly into the cage. Before, they were just on top and the air is just getting dispersed. Then what we got going on, we have pads all along this cage. So if it's ever in a wreck, the dog's not gonna get banged up into metal. We have 4-inch cushion cage all around this thing to keep this dog safe. Then we added my favorite part, and that was the bulletproof doors. And these things are beyond tough. Nothing's gonna happen to this thing. We have bulletproof doors all around this thing in case there's a shootout or something crazy. Then we have escape doors over here. Before, this cage only had one door, and that was over there. So if anything ever happened, you can't get to the dog in case there was a bad emergency, a wreck, anything like that. So we got doors on all 4 sides of the vehicle that you're able to get in and get out. So if you like this video, check out the YouTube channel, Armin Metalwork. And if you need any custom metalwork done, please give me a call, 708-829-6734.